Hello and welcome. My name is Zafar Iqbal and you are watching the Mojo Story. In a significant development, the central government has officially implemented this Citizenship Amendment Act and notification has been issued. Now, the CAA was passed by the Parliament on December 11, 2019 and now a notification has now been issued and it's been implemented. What it aims to do is to give citizenship for the persecuted minorities in the neighboring countries of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Afghanistan, all those persecuted minorities there, including Hindus, Buddhists, Christians, Sikhs, and other minorities, except for Muslims. They can now seek Indian citizenship. But the catch is that there is a date has been fixed for that. That is 31st December 2014. It is all those before that who can apply for that citizenship and get the Indian citizenship. Now, after this notification was issued, it's also reported that a portal has been established specifically for this and where these people can give their details, the Aadhaar card or the other details that are asked for, and then a fast track system will be put in place for them to get the citizenship. But this has happened just before the general election, and that is precisely the reason the opposition has hit out at the government. The Congress, Jairam Ramesh has tweeted, and so has the Trinamool Congress. They have hit out at the Modi government for for this notification today, its implementation today. They say that this has just been done ahead of the election and it's going to polarize the things. That is what the Congress is saying. But also the TMC is also critical of the government as far as this move is concerned. But what is significant is when this bill was passed in the parliament, there were lots of protests that happened across the country, particularly in places like Shaheen Bagh in Delhi. But then the COVID wave started and those protesters dispersed. And today, according to reports, security has been beefed up in Shaheen Bagh. To get a sense of the way that things have panned out, we joined by a political analyst, Varun Singh. He joins us. Welcome to the show, Varunji. What is the sense that you get? This has been CA is implemented now. Why now? And what could be the possible implications of its implementation? We saw there were protests a few years ago, just before that COVID wave started.
To be very honest, the government had tried multiple times to get it done, but it failed because there were a lot of protests. People were not able to understand it. Probably in the last 2 years, since the time the first protest started in Shaheen Bagh and other areas, even in Mumbai, we saw there were sit-ins. In other states also there were sit-ins by people who were opposing the CAA. And probably now the government gave people a lot of time to understand the nitty-gritties of it. There was a lot of misconceptions, there was confusions, there was this thought that it is against the Muslims, that the government allowed many people to understand that no, it is not against the Muslims of India. It is basically for those people from the minority religions, which includes Hindu, Sikh, Christian, Parsis, and even other religions, Buddhist. These are the six minority religions in the countries like Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, and Myanmar, to be very specific, where there has been several cases of persecutions against the minorities over there. We see how Hindu refugees from Pakistan are still staying in such conditions which are worse than slums. Once they become a citizen of this country, and they have been trying to get this citizenship so that they can use that citizenship to get the other rights that they should have been getting for a very long time, may it be under the distribution of food grains and all those things, other such aspects which would help them live a life of dignity. But it wasn't happening. But now with this particular act, I think the government tried it, And now, as the act has been notified, the rules have been notified. It is a win for many of those people. Why it wasn't happening. You know it very well, because there was a lot of protest, there was a lot of miscommunication, there was a lot of things that was being said about it. But now it is pretty clear. The government has taken its stand, because it was part of their manifesto. To be honest, they have done nothing new. I don't know why the opposition is so damn surprised. I don't know what was the opposition expecting them, the BJP, to do when it was there in their manifesto.
No,
The way they had
the
Ram
point
Mandir
that
in their
the
manifesto.
point that they're saying is that it was indeed in the manifesto, but a lot of time has passed. The timing is very important, that it has been done just now. It could have been done a year ago, 2 years ago. But why now? Because the general elections are around the corner, and the government has taken this view that we have to implement it now with an eye on the elections. That is what the opposition parties are saying.
The same question can be asked to the opposition also. Rahul Gandhi recently announced something about Rozgar for, so many 30 lakh jobs. Why didn't he do it when he was in power till 2014? Why is he announcing it now? Just because there are elections? See, in India, the biggest problem is every 1 year there is an election, may it be state election or may it be central election. You announce today anything, it would be seen as, जब राम मंदिर कर दिया announcement 2020 में 2021 में, it was said it is being done with an eye on the UP elections. When Ram Mandir inauguration has been done, it is said it has been done with an eye on the Lok Sabha elections. Now when CAA is notified, it is being said it is being done on the eve of Lok Sabha elections, so that they gain it. And also, I don't see anything wrong in it, because BJP is a political party, and आज हमारे देश में कोई भी क्लास 2 सिविक बुक की पॉलिटिक्स करता नहीं है. May it be BJP, may it be Congress, may it be any other party, may it be TMC, to be honest. Because to be honest, very recently, Mamata Banerjee had announced that she would come out with her own ID card for the people of Bengal. Why did she announce it on the? But question can be asked, why did she announce it on the eve of Lok Sabha election? अभी लोक सभा इलेक्शन अनाउंस हो जाएगा, तो उन्होंने भी क्यों अपने वोटर्स के लिए सब किया, या वहां के लोगों के लिए क्यों ये अनाउंस किया? So if we see everything with the glasses that are fitted with these kind of biases, then we will always come up with these questions. I see that the government or HM had already said it long back. Yes,
yes. This was made very clear by the Home Minister and by others that it will be implemented before even the notification of the elections or the general election. But one of the most vocal critic of CAA has been Mamata Banerjee. Let's hear what she had to say after its implementation.
पहले मेरे को रूल्स देखने दीजिए. आई एम जस्ट वॉचिंग द नोटिफिकेशन. अभी नोटिफिकेशन नहीं निकाला, रूल्स नहीं निकाला. रूल्स नोटिफिकेशन में अगर हम देखेंगे कि ये डिप्राइव कर रहा है लोगों का अधिकार को, तो हम उसको खिलाफ में लड़ेंगे. हम पहले हमको देखने दीजिए. आई एम वॉचिंग. हम जब रूल्स निकालेंगे, हम उसको स्टडी करके जो बताना है कल बताएंगे. लेकिन मैं आज बोल दिया कि एक बीजेपी का इलेक्शन पब्लिसिटी है, नथिंग इज देयर. तो 20 साल में एक कानून पास हुआ था, उसका बाद 4 साल बीत गया. लेकिन अभी चुनाव जब आते हैं, एक कुछ गाप गप करते हैं. ये भी एक गाप गप है, लेकिन असली फायदा किसी को नहीं मिलेगा.
Varun ji, linking it with the elections.
Obviously, to be very honest, even the BJP knows that it has done it because the elections are nearby. Even TMC knows that it has been done because the elections are nearby. Congress knows it is done because elections. The Aam Janta also knows कि election आ गया है, अभी करना है. And that is the reason I don't know why people are so amazed or surprised by it. The Home Minister had given so many indications. So many top leaders, even I had tweeted like in the afternoon कि CA आ रहा है. Everyone knew that today CA will be notified. I don't know why the surprise, because it was clear that the BJP wants to do it. The BJP passed it in 2019. The BJP came up with the rules and regulations. It wasn't done earlier because there were protests. And what I'm told is they wanted the Aam Janta to be aware that क्या rule है, जो misconception है, जो confusion है, उसको दूर करने के लिए I think it took a period of time, some time, and now it is out. And I don't know why people are seriously so surprised. Even Iqbalji, I don't think you are surprised with this, because you also as a journalist were aware it is coming.
Now, The impact, of course, Assam, it's being ruled by the BJP, but West Bengal, there would be some resistance. Do you think it won't be so easy? Because those are the areas where actually there was a lot of discussion, a heated debate when, as far as CAA is concerned, because they are bordering with other countries, with the neighboring countries.
See, I don't know whether those people genuinely who are going to get citizenship via this amendment and with this act, whether they are going to protest. I don't see them protesting. I see those people protesting, or I also feel that the protest will be from those who might be negatively impacted with it. And who are those who would be negatively impacted with it? Who has come in this country without any document, illegally जो आ गए हैं, उनके लिए बहुत बड़ा इशू होगा. And also, as I said, the deadline, you only said the deadline is 31st December 2014, which I think will be extended. The government has also given a hint that it will be extended. And I'm sure it will be extended because persecution of minorities in Pakistan, persecution of minorities in Bangladesh, the way we see so many persecution. We in Afghanistan, when Taliban took over Afghanistan, we saw how our Sikh brothers had to carry Guru Granth Sahib on their head and they were welcomed in this country. अगर ऐसे लोगों को जो उनके देश में सुरक्षित नहीं है क्योंकि उनके religious belief की वजह से, and if they are going to get a citizenship, I don't see any protest, same protest, until and unless miscommunication is spread, which political parties always have been doing, which political parties do it because they have their own voters, they have their own vote bank, and based on that, I think there can be a protest. But right now, I don't see anything much happening except for miscommunication spread by many opposition parties.
Last time we saw big protests at JNU, Jamia, particularly at Shaheen Bagh, and those protests really diluted after the eruption of COVID. How do you see? Do you think now there will be acceptance, or this would also lead to another cycle of protests in some areas?
आई डोंट सी एक्सेप्टेंस. एक्सेप्टेंस होता तो अभी हमने जो देखा, जिस तरीके की बयानबाजी हमने सुनी, वो उस तरीके की बयानबाजी नहीं होती. आई डोंट सी एक्सेप्टेंस फ्रॉम मेनी पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज. आई डोंट सी एक्सेप्टेंस फ्रॉम स्पेशली फ्रॉम दोज पीपल हु प्रोटेस्टेड एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, जिन्होंने 2020 तक प्रोटेस्ट किया था, कोविड तक. आई डोंट सी एक्सेप्टेंस फ्रॉम देम so easily because they have certain narrative set in their head. I don't see any acceptance from them right now. तो अगर आप मुझसे ये पूछेंगे कि एक्सेप्टेंस ऐसे हो जाएगा कि जैसे इंस्टेंट एक्सेप्टेंस, देन आई डोंट सी एनी इंस्टेंट एक्सेप्टेंस इन इट. बट आई डू सी दैट देयर विल बी सम पीपल who were protesting earlier but who would have understood what it exactly means. Probably that would change. That mindset in the last few years, if it has worked, or probably the time that the government gave people to think on it, especially the opposition leaders, especially those who were protesting, अगर उनके दिमाग में ये बात समझ में आई होगी कि ये किनके लिए है और ये किसी भी जाति विशेष इस देश के किसी भी सिटीजन के खिलाफ नहीं है. It is against those people who have illegally entered, and it is for those people who have been persecuted in that country, in their own country, and who has come to India. अगर उनके लिए है, तो I don't see any much big protest happening.
Even if there are some, government would have factored that before this notification was issued. But the basic point that these protests started, because they say that it is discriminatory. Why does it exclude Muslims coming from other countries, neighboring countries into India? Why only Muslims are excluded? There are sects in Muslims also who are persecuted in those countries. Why is it? Why doesn't it, consider them as well when it's considering people from other religious communities?
See, I don't think the government has taken away the Citizenship Act. Anybody who feels persecuted in their country or anybody who wants to take an Indian citizenship is allowed to take an Indian citizenship. अदनान सामी को जब भारतीय सिटीजनशिप लेना था तो उन्हें मिला. ही इज अ मुस्लिम. कभी उनसे ये नहीं कहा गया कि आप परसिक्यूटेड माइनॉरिटी हो क्या उस देश के, पाकिस्तान के, जब आप यहाँ आके आप सिटीजनशिप ले रहे हो. नहीं. So he got the citizenship basic. हमारे पास, I don't, that is the miscommunication that I'm talking about. People are talking as if the right of a person to get Indian citizenship because he is a Muslim from other country is taken away. No, that is not the case. The case is very clear. And why a rule is being made? Because the number of persecuted minorities coming from these particular land to this country is
Yeah,
huge.
yeah,
If you see
yeah.
on the border state of Rajasthan, there are so many persecuted, and they are also suffering every day. Poor people, they build houses, the municipal corporation demolishes it. मैं कल ही पढ़ रहा था, दिल्ली में अभी कुछ दिन पहले जो रेफ्यूजीज हैं, हिंदू रेफ्यूजीज जो आए हैं, उनके उनकी जो झुग्गी झोपड़ियां थी उसको तोड़ने के लिए वहां के म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन ने आदेश दिए हैं। अगर उन्हें सिटीजनशिप एक्ट के तहत सिटीजनशिप मिल जाता है तो दे विल बी एलिजिबल फॉर अ हाउस अंडर प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना। they will also have a legal house. They would be eligible for Swanidhi scheme. They can go and रेडी पटरी पे अपने बिजनेस कर सकते हैं, धंधा कर सकते हैं, अमृत योजना
Yeah.
के तहत आ सकते हैं। सो दीज दैट इज द बिग क्वेश्चन। ये जो कहते हैं लोग कि मुसलमानों से अधिकार छीन लिया जा रहा है, नहीं भैया, जो अगर आप पाकिस्तान के मुसलमान हो, आपको भारतीय सिटीजनशिप लेना है, आप ले सकते हो। आपके पास वो पर्टिकुलर सिटीजनशिप एक्ट है, आप यहाँ का डोमिसाइल लीजिए, आप अपने वहां उस देश का सिटीजनशिप छोड़िए। ऐसे हमारे पास बहुत सारे उदाहरण हैं जिन्होंने किया है। As I gave one example of Adnan Sami because Adnan Sami is a known face and people can resonate and recollect with him.
And do you think that the government has been able to make people aware? There have been a lot of time has passed since those Shaheen Bagh protests happened. Do you think that the government has been able to make people aware, educate people about it, or it is just as slogans that they have been making that we will implement it before the elections? Has a genuine effort being made to make people understand, if at all it is not discriminatory, that it's not going to take away anybody's citizenship. It's in fact going to give citizenship to the people.
Absolutely. Where debates and discussions, what I am told is about that many people in the Bharatiya Janata Party, not just BJP, but even the RSS and the other wings of the BJP, of the RSS, they went to the public. But I'm telling you very honestly, they went to their own voters. They didn't go to every citizen because every citizen, to be honest, I don't see many of the opposition or anti-BJP voters will listen to a BJP leader, a BJP MP saying something. They probably wouldn't pay much heed to it. And that is the reason I think most of the people who are BJP supporters and RSS supporters, उनको ही समझाया गया, क्योंकि ऐसे जरूरी नहीं है कि many from the BJP and RSS supporters were also supporting CA. There were many who thought कि okay, there could be something discriminatory. But even then, for them, it has been said, it was explained. And I think the 3 years or 4 years time that it took from from 2020 March till today, there were many a times when discussions took place on CA and NRC. Many a times on TV channels, people did put out their word, put out the clarification that it isn't going to take away anyone's citizenship. Under CA, nobody's citizenship is going to be taken. भैया मैं तो यही नहीं समझ पाता हूँ सिटीजनशिप ले कैसे सकते हैं किसी का। वहां पे आपको अप्लाई करना है ताकि आप सिटीजनशिप मिले। कोई आके आपसे ये नहीं पूछे कि भैया आप सिटीजनशिप लेना चाहते हो, आपका सिटीजनशिप क्या है, वो प्रूव करो। ये कहीं हो नहीं रहा, कोई सर्वे तो नहीं हो रहा है। ये द गवर्नमेंट हैज not carrying out a survey. The government has opened a website where online people can apply and take citizenship. So how is
But
someone's citizenship being taken?
will it be a step towards NRC? Because that is another point that's being discussed. That could be a stepping stone towards an NRC.
See, a register of citizens, I think, is the need of the hour. Every alternate day, there are so many Bangladeshis, illegal Bangladeshis being caught in this country, and they're flourishing, they're doing their business. I have no issues with a Bangladeshi coming and doing business in India, but an illegal immigrant coming from another country and doing business over here, trying to do illegal activities, and then they are caught. It clearly shows that why NRC is needed. NRC has to be there so that the citizens who हम टैक्स भरते हैं हमारे देश के नागरिकों के ऊपर इस्तेमाल करने के लिए, but if that tax is being usurped by other people, there are so many cases in Bengal, if I'm not wrong, a few months ago, illegal Aadhaar card scam was busted, and this is happening many places. And it isn't something that can be solved overnight. But hopefully, if a NRC comes in and a proper register is maintained, and I wouldn't mince my word. मैं सीधे सीधे कहता हूँ कि हाँ, NRC होगा जहां तक हमें पता है, और CA ये पहला स्टेप है, NRC उसके बाद आने वाला है जहां तक आई हो।
Yes, and now that this has been implemented, do you think that elections being around the corner, it's going to somehow impact the prospect of the political parties, I don't just say the BJP, but others also who are opposing that, is it going to help them?
It can lead to a consolidation of it because, as I said, the opposition will always try to make it the way the BJP is trying to make it a fruitful, amendment for them. Similarly, many in the opposition also want consolidation of vote. And as we know, भारत में सबसे तेज जो चीज फैलती है वो फेक न्यूज है एंड मिसकम्युनिकेशन मिसइंफॉर्मेशन भले आप उसको कितने बार भी क्लैरिफाई करो कितने बार भी क्लियर करने की कोशिश करो वो जल्दी नहीं हो पाएगा तो आई एम श्योर all both the sides are going to enjoy reap the benefits of it and that is the reason why all the opposition parties have jumped into it. If they didn't see any benefit from it, अभी तक ममता बनर्जी और जयराम रमेश नहीं बोलते इतने दिन से संदेश खाली हुआ I haven't heard जयराम रमेश say a single word.
Right. Varunji, thanks so much for joining us. We'll have to leave it here. Thanks so much for joining the Mojo Story. And thanks to all our audiences for watching the Mojo Story.
Mojo Story has always made a commitment to its viewers to go to where the story is. And as you can see here, we are at the epicenter of the Israel war on Gaza. We are right at the front line, about 1 mile from the Gaza Strip, as the Israeli military gets ready with its tanks and its gunners to begin its final frontal assault that will take troops into Gaza. As we said, we are not like other organizations. We believe in giving you all sides of the story objectively and as much as possible from the ground. And that's exactly what we're doing here, covering the biggest global story today from the epicenter of the war zone. So please, we need your support. Support us, become a Mojo member, subscribe to us, spread the word, and thank you for your support.